Hi everyone, and welcome back to Stamp with Anna. And today I want to show you a project that we made at the catalog kickoff last weekend using one of the new stamp sets and coordinating dies from the catalog. The catalog that, the brand new catalog, the 1920 catalog, which is live starting June 4th. The name of the stamp set is Sailing Home. And I love the beach, and I love lighthouses, and I love being at the ocean. So this called to me, and I was excited when it was on the pre-order list. So I was able to grab that up right away. And it does come with a set of coordinating dies, which is called the Smooth Sailing dies. And it has a nice banner. You can cut out both of the sailboats. You can cut out the lighthouse, and you can cut out the needle here on the compass, and it also has these other great things you can cut out. This label here, rope, a wheel. It's just a great set, and it is part of a suite that is called the Set Sail Suite. So it does have some great papers to go with it, and you can see those here. I'm going to just go real quickly because I just want to move on to the project. And obviously within a suite it does have coordinating embellishments as well, but I'm not using any of that today. Today I'm just using the stamp set and the coordinating dies. So the first thing we're going to do is grab all of our paper, and I have a piece of, this is the new one of the new in colors that is Pretty Peacock, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of soft suede, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then I have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have two little pieces here. This is another piece of Pretty Peacock, and this is 4 by 2 1/4, and this is Whisper White 4 by 2. And then I have just this tiny little sliver of Pretty Peacock, and this is maybe about 1/4 inch by 2 1/4. It's just going to sit right there. So the first thing we're going to do is stamp our background, and what I did here, I used the Pretty Peacock stamp pad, is I just randomly stamped my sailboats. I did both sailboats, the large one and the small one. You could certainly do all large ones, all small ones, whatever you want. So because I'm going to be stamping off of my paper, I'm going to bring in something to protect my work surface. And here I have the large sailboat, and I'm just going to stamp this in a couple places on my paper, remembering that I need to leave room for my large ones, my small ones as well. And maybe one more down there. Now I'm going to come in with my small sailboat and fill in wherever they fit. Now I am going to have a strip right here in the middle, so all of it's not going to be seen, all of my stamping. But I'm going to stamp all over just in case more will be seen that I think. So there is that. I love when you can make your own background paper with stamps. That's just a cool idea. So before I put this together, I need to take my soft suede, and because it's going to be hidden, I'm going to go cut out my wheel here. I don't know what the technical term is for it, but I'm going to go cut that out, and I'll be right back. Okay, punch that out. Die cut that out, and now I'm just going to take it off my die and see how nicely, I don't know if you can see this, but it does have some embossing in there. It's just a really cute element. So now I'm going to attach my Whisper White to my soft suede. If I can find my snail, hold on one sec, I'll be right back. All right, found it. So now I'm going to attach this And again, you know me, tiny little border. I use an awful lot of paper, but you know what? I think it's so worth it because I just love that tiny little border. I think it just elevates the card so nicely. Of course, if I could line this up, I'd be in better shape, right? All right, all set. And now I'm going to attach this to my card base, which is Pretty Peacock. Drop that right in there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is bring in a small piece of Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to place that right about, not quite in the middle, but I'm going to place it a little towards the bottom, maybe in the bottom third. Okay. Now I have to do my stamping here. And I also need the framelits to make this right here. And these are the new stitched nested labels. And look at these. Are these gorgeous or what? These are so, so cool. And let's see, how many do you get? You get 9 in here. Now I'm going to show you something really cool about these. First I have to find my size. Okay, this is the size I'm going to use. When you die cut this out of your paper here, you not only get a great label to use, you also get a nicely decorated negative space to use. And I'm going to show you what I mean because I'm going to use it that way on my project. So because I'm going to use this back piece, I need to make sure that where I stamp fits perfectly. So I'm going to line this up and I'm going to make sure that the top and the bottom are nice straight lines, and I'm going to just make a pencil mark. So now I know where I need to stamp. So I'm going to bring in my stamp that says "Set Sail in the Direction of Your Dreams." I'm going to ink that up. And then I'm just going to drop that right between those two lines. Okay. Straight down, straight up. And now I'm going to take this over to my die cut machine and I'm going to die cut this out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with my die cut pieces. Now I just need to erase my pencil guidelines. All right. So now I want to attach this to my Pretty Peacock. So with my snail, I'm just going to put it on the sides. It's going to be secure enough that I really don't need to worry about this. These two sides, it's going to fit just fine. Okay, so now I have this piece here that I want to drop right in there. And see, this is what I meant about using the negative spot. This is the negative in the back, but I want to use it, and it's going to give this a nice dimension, some nice dimension. Like I said, if you're not going to use a negative, you just have this beautiful label. But why waste that? I'm going to pop that right up, and I want it to be up a little higher than a regular dimensional. So there are companies out there that make pop dots that are really thick, and I usually get them from when I go to scrapbook conventions or stamp conventions. But if you don't have those and you just have Stampin' Dimensionals, you can get the same effect. You just layer 2 dimensionals on top of each other, and that gives you that extra height. Let me just put one more on this side. Obviously, I did take the plastic backing off of the bottom one. So now when I drop this in, it's raised a little extra. And it's it has that eclipse look. See that? I don't know how I can show you that, but see that? It's nice thick in there. So the last thing I'm going to do is, well, not the last thing. The next thing I'm going to do is attach to my little strip here. And for that, I'm going to bring in my silicone pad. And I love this silicone pad because this strip is smaller than my snail, right? So once I attach my snail, I know that I'm not going to have any glue on my work surface because it's right here. And just one quick sweep with the fingers and it is cleaned up. So I'm going to take this. And again, this is the cut the same height as this bottom peacock one. So it's going to go right from the top to the bottom. And I'm just going to bring in my pierce tool. And clean that up just a tad. And the last thing, the real last thing I have to do is just attach this right here. Now it is small, so I'm going to use a glue dot. You could use regular adhesive, but I'm just going to use a glue dot. And when I take my glue dot off, I'm going to roll it so that it doesn't stick out here. And let me show you how I did that. Here's the glue dot, and here's my pierce tool. I'm just going to roll that like that. And I'm going to put it on this side right here. I want to make sure that I don't put it on a spoke that's going to be hanging off. And then I'm just going to drop that right there. And that is done. And I really, really like that I was able to use the negative space from that nesting framelit and give that with a double dimensional, give that a nice raised look. And that's perfect for a nice masculine card. Even just if it's not for a man, if someone who likes the ocean and goes sailing. I think the colors are gorgeous together, the pretty peacock and the soft suede. So if you have any questions at all about this project or any of the products that I used, certainly contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. And check back here later. I'll have some more projects made with new products. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.